morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie and today we're going to talk about books that I hope to get to this fall. What we're going to talk about is a book I'm kind of in the middle of already, and that is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. This takes place after the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I think it's a series of 4, but we're following Hazel, who works at the bookshop, and she having her birthday soon. She's turning a big 3-0, and she's realizing that she didn't have the adventure maybe that most people had back in their college and high school age. So she's trying to discover herself, and she's kind of falling for Logan's best friend. And if you don't know who Logan is, you need to read the first book to find that out. But basically Logan and Noah are best friends, and Hazel best friends with Jenny, the girl that Logan is with. So we are following them in this bookstore. And the only thing that I do not like so far about this is the cover is a little deceiving, because it starts off in summer and then we're halfway in the middle of summer, and I'm like, it's a beautiful book cover, but still a little conceiving. So yeah. Next book we're going to talk about is The Library of Shadows by Rachel Moore. And we are following Elsie as she goes to her father's old boarding school, because she doesn't know a lot about him and has a key to an unknown room. But when Mato helps her discover where this key leads to, it gets her into a heap of trouble, and we take off from there. So I'm hoping to finish this book soon, because I am currently in the middle of it as well. This book I've had on my TBR before. It's the Vampire of El Norte, and we are following Nina. And Nina, this takes place on the border of a Mexican town. Nina was 9 years old when she had been attacked, and now that she's grown up, Nestor doesn't know that she is alive. I believe it's Nestor. And he is grieving, so he leaves. So we're trying to figure out what's happening in this little town. Now, it's just really a spooky book. I honestly do not know, but it has ghosts in the title, so we're gonna go with it. This is You Look Better as a Ghost, and it's about a serial killer that basically, well, you see the title, wouldn't want to come across her. So this is about Claire, and she, and Lucas has mistyped a message to her, and she's extremely annoyed, and they meet up together. But Lucas doesn't know that she is a serial killer. So now she is in the crosshairs of Claire, and I'm wondering if this will end up being kind of her falling in love with him. I do not know, honestly, but the contest seems to be very interesting. And this was a book club pick. I was convinced to buy this because of my love for, Finlay Donovan. So yeah. Those who have seen the Enchanto movie, I think this book is along those lines, because the pantry never fully gets empty. It's always restocking itself. So this is The Inheritance of Cordina Divina. Ooh, I know I'm not saying that right at all. If you know how to say it right, please message me. This is by Joy. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that. I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna butcher it roughly. About the Montoyas who their monarch basically has invited them back to the house to collect their inheritance. Do they know something is very up? Now, Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio is about 5 graveyard shift workers who meet in a graveyard, and it's a bartender, a rider share, a receptionist, an unofficial stewardess, and a church member, and the editor-in-chief of a college newspaper. And they all meet up on this one dark October night. And they find a fresh grave. And this is a novella. It's not that long. I'm hoping I would finish it maybe in an hour or so. But I am very curious about what will happen in this book. What we're going to talk about is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. Now, this is following Belladonna Blackhorn, and she has to test again to see if she has magic or how much she has, and she's at risk for losing her magic. Next 2 were not even on my radar until my husband said something about them, and he automatically ordered them. So the next book we are planning on reading is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Dirk. Now, like I said, this was a book that was not even on my radar, and my husband mentioned it. We're following Kayla as she is basically running away after her library that she works at goes up into flames. They head off, her and Kaz, I think it's her cat, head off to a remote island that she grew up on. And to her dismay, she is currently falling in love with a local there. Also comes up with her own recipe for jam, and basically does some illegal magic. What we're going to talk about is The Very Secret Society of Witches by Shanga. Well, anyway. So we are following Micah Moon as she tries to hide her magic. So to stay away from other witches and powers that don't mingle to draw attention. She's an orphan. So an unexpected message arrives and begging her to travel to a remote, mysterious house where 3 young witches learn how to control their magic. It breaks all of the rules, and Micah goes anyway. So definitely get into this one this fall. Next book we're going to read is The Hitchcock Hotel by Stephanie Wobble. And it's about Alfred as he is setting up this hotel. And it can't be complete without a body. So obviously he's a big fan of Alfred Hitchcock, which is why he is named that. So it's going to be very interesting to read this. So those are some of the books I am hoping to get to this fall, and I will see you in the next one.